nuclear already.
No.
I think you can pretty easily see, much like we talked about yesterday with Zach, and you just hinted at again, you're going to see Draisaitl down with Podkolzin and Arvidsson. I actually think you're going to see McDavid with Kane and Hyman for a few shifts in this one. I think this is a glorified 11 forwards look, and it's just going to be a mishmash of throwing curveballs and fastballs at the LA Kings tonight. And I don't hate that considering everything that we saw in game one. So there's your lineup for the Oil tonight.
Another thing for me is too, and this became more apparent after Draisaitl was visibly upset on the bench, they got way more physical.
Yep.
Like, they were hitting a lot more, and I think having Kane back is going to do that. Frederick only played 2 shifts in the third period, and Knobloch said that wasn't due to his injury, that was due to his play. So he needs to step up on the physicality side of things tonight, too. And that's another reason why I would have kept Podkolzin in the lineup like they did. You need that physicality. If things turn, Jeff Skinner isn't bringing that for you.
Yeah. Yeah. Frederick's he's still not up to speed.
No.
And, there's going to be concerns about Kane's first game too, but just don't take penalties, but hit everything in sight, please, sir.
What are expectations tonight for Kane? Do you think that I think it's a bit of a different scenario than Frederick, because I don't think Frederick's going to be at 100% at all in these playoffs. I think Kane is 100% and ready to go.
He's 100%. The one thing, that it's still gonna take a few games. He's not gonna have his legs. He's just not gonna have his legs. I know, McDavid pushed the pace of practice, and they try to practice as close to game speed as they can. It's still not the same because there's emotions and then all the physicality he's gonna have to throw at it.
Yeah.
And I hope I'm wrong. I'm trying to give him the benefit of the doubt going into this game. Like, if he's not the Evander Kane that we saw, in round 1 last year, just give him a game.
Mm-hmm.
But I think, the tenacity and the truculence of his game will be present tonight.
I had this debate, it would have been a week ago today with Gregor when we were talking about where do you play Evander Kane when he comes into the lineup. And I kind of said I would ease him into it. I'd put him on the 4th line. I'd give him maybe a couple of shifts up in the lineup. But for the most part, I was like, ease him into it, see what you have. And Gregor's kind of counterpoint to that, and I guess this is maybe what Chris Knobloch's seeing as well, is he might just be so full of adrenaline. And the issue actually might not be tonight or the first period tonight or anything like that. Gregor's point was the adrenaline might fuel him. The issues actually might come later in the series, like a conditioning problem more with Evander Kane, because he isn't in, call it, full game shape or whatever word you want to put in there. So I actually think tonight, I wouldn't have been surprised and I still wouldn't be surprised if they even maybe give him a few shifts with 97 and 29 and just try to all right, go. You're full of it. You got the adrenaline going. You haven't played a hockey game in 10 months. See if we can catch lightning in a bottle in game 1 here.
Well, he's going to shoot.
Yeah.
Yeah. Which Oilers didn't do enough of until the third period, so it's probably a good thing.
I'm fine with Jeff Skinner coming out, and I'm someone who beat the drum hard for 82 games saying they're mistreating this guy. They aren't putting him in positions to succeed, but I sit and look at last game. Through 40 minutes in game 1, the LA Kings had 3 goals at 5-on-5. 1 was on the power play, the other 3 were at 5-on-5. Jeff Skinner was on the ice for every single one of those goals. And if you go back through them, the Byfield goal, what did we talk about right off the jump? Miscommunication between him and Frederick. They were totally lost and on the wrong sides of the ice. Second goal, Adrian Kempe. That was the one where Kempe could just walk out in front. Before the sort of miscommunication, Jeff Skinner barrels in to make a play on, I think it was Kuzmenko, and missed him. And then the play got made. The puck was in the back of the net. So I love Jeff Skinner, and I wrote my bold predictions. We did this on the show Monday. I said he's going to be a factor. He can be this year's Pisani because he has the ability to change the game with one shot. Unfortunately, in game 1, I think we just saw a little bit too much of how Jeff Skinner can negatively impact the game. And when he ends the game with 1 shot on net, I know he had his assist. That was fine. I liked that shift, but there were just way too many bad shifts for me. I see Brian, don't punish after first playoff in a very long career. I'm putting the team first here. And let's look, Pat, if you can flash up the forward lineup one more time for me. You cannot take up Matthias Janmark. He scored a goal and actually looked really good in that game.
Playoff Janmark.
Playoff Janmark was back.
On his name.
And it's surprising for me because I'm kind of one of those people who's players can't just flip the switch come playoff time, but Janmark's proven me wrong. The only other guy you could maybe make an argument for, I think, is Vasily Podkolzin. I didn't agree fully with Zach yesterday saying Henrique, although I think his line of thinking was fine. I'm just not pulling out Adam Henrique and a penalty-killing centerman. I'm not pulling out Vasily Podkolzin, who plays a relatively physical brand of hockey and also kills penalties for you. I hate that I'm on this side, and if you would have told me 2 weeks ago that I'd be delivering this opinion, I would have been like, there's no way. Pulling out Jeff Skinner is the right call. I know people aren't going to like it. I hope he gets back in at some point and again plays his best hockey. And Mikhail and Dry, Frederick could have gone out. No, because you need to get Frederick up to speed. Like, for you to go win, and I mean, we talked about this the other day, this isn't just about winning 4 games for the Oilers. This spring is about a long playoff run where you need to win all 16. If you're going to win all 16, you need Trent Frederick at some point. So it sucks. Jeff Skinner's the odd man out. He'll get back in at some point. If Connor Brown has a bad game, I put Jeff Skinner in for Connor Brown. If we get later in this series and the Oilers scoring maybe goes away, then I put him in for Vasily Podkolzin. But for right now, you don't need goals. You need guys who aren't going to F up in the D zone. So Skinner's got to come out. I hate to be that guy, but that's my take.
You're
right.
It's right. We just have to tighten it up, and we can't do anything on the D. Right,
yeah,
because we only have so much to work with, and we're begging for Stetcher to come back. This is crazy,
which is crazy.
Good. Well, shout out to Stetcher, right?
Yeah,
for
elevating. To him.
He's a gamer, and we need that type of player. I can't wait, and I hope he can come back sooner rather than later. But we have that option. You go -3, -3 and a
-2 because he was on the ice for 1.
But still, 3 goals against.
Yeah, 3 goals
negative.
That's what I'm focusing on.
And you could point to him being a contributing factor to that goal against. We can't take these risks.
Yeah.
Like we already have risks in the lineup, and so we have to insulate and mitigate as best we can.
What's up, Nation citizens? If you like that video, then you need to be subscribed to the Oilers Nation YouTube. Podcasts, live shows, exclusive interviews, and analysis. Everything you need from your favorite voices at Oilers Nation. And you don't want to miss any of it, so hammer that subscribe button.